Hi guys, we are back and this is game week number 5 and tunaongelelea Champions League. Sasa, even before we continue, I just want to ask which teams are not in the Champions League because sababu I've been
fuck off.
Come on.
Tuko kwa feelings bana.
Tuko kwa set bro. Tuko kwa set.
Kana feelings,
Anyway,
relax. Tutakulipia massage.
You guys, the Champions League Arsenal ndio tulianza game tulifungwa Champions League against Atletico Bilbao and that was a marvelous game. Second half.
Yours was marvelous.
Because yours was marvelous.
Yours was not marvelous.
What I like about Arsenal's game is the fact that the player they have been bashing.
I know. Actually, both of them. Because they kept saying, Trossard can go.
No. We wanted Trossard to go. No, we didn't want
Trossard to go. We wanted Trossard to stay.
For the last
Gabriel Martinelli was the man of the match.
I know.
I know. But I've had my sentiments with Martinelli, but he's the one who scored the 36th second after the second half. But that doesn't mean like they're good and bad.
You guys have been speaking shit about it.
No, we've been speaking facts. No one's speaking shit about it.
And it's true.
But it's true. I'm speaking facts. Like I wasn't speaking anything.
You guys were saying.
Mtulia. One, Martinelli for the past kutoka last season, right?
Hey.
He's not been performing.
Literally.
He hasn't been performing. Everyone knows that. At the rival
And you're
club.
telling us you're talking shit.
What Oma knew.
He hasn't been performing.
And then all of a sudden he performs as your hero.
One thing, no. You know what?
You go away.
Because one thing,
Mnaongea
mnaongea without facts. Because one thing, the reason why we wanted Martinelli to go is because hakuwa anacheza vizuri. This is just one game. Amekuja. Also, if you see the game from on the weekend, Nottingham Forest, he came from the bench. He was actually better. So right now, what we are seeing as early as right now in the season is that we will be starting Eze, but Martinelli and Trossard comes off the bench to have an impact. So right now, Martinelli will become the positive impact from the bench. He will not start. You get it? Yeah. So mkisema ati no.
He hasn't been playing well from last season.
And it's only one game. He came through for us, and we appreciate that. So we are still waiting for the next game. So the same way we're waiting for Cisco to score.
Anyway, for me, I was very elated on how after the first half, like I saw how Victor Gyökeres was trying to tackle the ball.
He was good. He was
very good. But when the second half, I think when Arteta went back and changed the formation, and guys went back with the bang. 36 seconds was Martinelli, and then later on it was an assist from again Martinelli to Trossard, and it was an amazing the formation was. It was an amazing pass. So.
Personally, I've always loved Trossard from Brighton days, man.
Uzuri hawata win champe.
I know.
No, you wait and see.
Kula tano.
Wait and see. Wait and see.
So funny thing is when Liverpool atatoka ligi hata hawaja qualify.
Unajua at least we have a history with it. Do you?
Same to PSG didn't have any history last season. But what did they do?
We are not
PSG,
no, we're just
but
giving
we are
a
any
reference.
other football club. Hata Nottingham Forest wanaweza kuja washinde Europa.
Nottingham washaishinda champe.
That's okay. You
so
get
they
it.
are bigger than you.
But hawana interest from hawana yo.
Botro jobs.
Anyway, don't be a better.
Let's be honest. It will be a miracle if Arsenal wins any Champions League this season. That's a miracle.
Even Thierry Henry, I just read an article before I came. Thierry Henry has said this time round, there's no debate about it.
There's no debate.
There's no debate about it.
About what exactly?
Already we are debating now.
About what exactly?
About us winning
the Champions League.
both champions and UCL.
What are you talking about?
Your legends and the fans are
We're
both the
speaking about
legends.
the Arsenal.
The only thing you know how to win is Community Shield.
Mafans na legends wako hivi.
playing
Wote
a good
hawajui
game.
ball. He should just have played and shut up.
But
Because,
I do accept. Last weekend you played a good game
Against Nottingham.
Yes, against Nottingham. I can say they played a good game because previously.
As if Liverpool only play vizuri against Burnley.
By the
Because that
way,
was a shitty game again from
that was
Liverpool.
Shitty game, by the way.
Shitty game from
It
Liverpool.
was a shitty game.
We
Not
didn't
a shitty
expect.
game.
It was
These
just a
guys
shitty
got
game
lucky.
coming from someone who did you even watch the game?
Liverpool play like that. That was
That
shameful.
was shitty.
There's no way you
There's
can't
only
put
one
11. You
Yes.
can't put 11 people
scored
in the
one.
box.
Yeah, it was only
How do you expect us to
Regardless,
score?
regardless.
Oh,
Regardless
no,
of
no,
what?
what do you expect them to
Regardless.
score?
Regardless
What
of
do you expect
what?
them to score?
Regardless.
Regardless.
But guess what?
that's a
Top
very
of the table.
It doesn't
Like
matter.
it is,
matter.
Doesn't matter
if
what
Liverpool
top of
win
the table.
via a penalty, it's a good game. But we win via a penalty.
We did not say it's a good
Against
game.
the same
Honor FC.
I'm not saying it's a good game.
No,
I'm saying it's not a shitty game. Yeah, you
Like,
guys
this is
play
No,
shitty.
when you guys score with the penalty,
Double
it's a good
standards.
game.
No, no, no.
But then
we
when
score.
the Arsenal score or Manchester score,
Double
Who said I did
That
not
was
say?
their
No,
face.
no, no, no.
Where
You
to
can't.
I feel so
No,
horrible.
no, I
knowing
did not
that
say we
I had
played a good game,
captained
but it was not a shitty
Ekitike.
game either.
It
But
was.
we
It
can
was not.
let's be very
ban
honest.
for
It was
them
not.
to score
was a
just a
bad
single
game.
goal. A single goal.
look at it
and
this
a
way.
penalty.
Bad game. Bad
116
game.
million pounds
Who
flop.
cares?
Bad game.
Top
Bad game.
of the table, where are you?
You have to agree.
Where are you?
116 million pounds
No, no,
for
no.
a flop.
Jota, where are you?
You have to
Look at your
agree.
badge, where are you?
I'm looking at it and I'm
Keep
proud.
quiet.
We
Doofenshmirtz.
don't care. We don't care. We
We
don't
were
care.
talking about Champions League, though.
We were talking about Champions League. I'll ask Pratt, like, how did you think the game was against Bilbao?
Against
And-
Bilbao. Finish your
Oh,
question.
sorry, and also the lineup. What would you have done better in the first half?
I think for me, from that lineup, it was the same lineup that we had against Liverpool. And this time, I think Arteta trusted Merino because of how he performed in the World Cup qualifiers. He did really well. Same when he came in the Atletico game. He still performed well, one, defensively. Because one, when you go when you go away, especially to Atletico, Bilbao, you know that one, they are very physical. They play like Tottenham and Newcastle. They are very physical side. So there's no way you'd start Nwaneri and leave Merino on the bench. So having started Merino, one thing, he had that physicality. As much as there was a lot of creativity lacking, you're only depending on Eze, of which Eze was not being served by the ball most of the game. Most of the ball were only going to Madueke, who was also very outstanding. His performance was really nice.
It was not working out for Eze.
Let me ask you, and this I'm not hating.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just throwing it. So over time, especially this Arsenal team, other than Saka and maybe Merino to some extent, you don't have players who have been on that biggest stage and delivered something. Are you guys worried? Because for the first half, I felt like almost similar the Liverpool game. Yes, you see what the coach is trying to do, but it's very cautious, very timid. Just be like, hey, we'd rather go home with a point than lose
not
our
lose
first
Our
game.
first game, yeah.
So, and I feel like, especially with the Arsenal team now, it's very beautiful, but a lot of the players,
First timers.
they're first timers especially. And most of, especially with these tournaments, like Champions League. And okay, not to mention Liverpool, it has those people who, like, even at the 99th minute,
They can still.
they're still in the game and they have that belief. Because, I mean, most of the people in the team have won and on that big stage. Are you guys confident about your players? And do you feel that's something that also, did you feel the same in your game?
I think it's something that will impact us, one, positively or negatively. Positively, one, they will want to prove themselves on the big stage. So they will come wanting to play and give their 100% to the game. Or two, negatively probably would be mentality, the winning mentality. Like, we can still do it even the last second of the game, which probably we still lack. I think the only person who has that kind of mentality so far is someone like Rice, Declan Rice. He stays in the game
Even
the
Saka.
all 90.
Saka
too.
stays in the game.
Even if Gyökeres can play 90 in the Champions League, he still has that mentality because he's played for Sporting. He's always been there in the Champions League. Who else can have that kind of... Because almost everyone else are first timers. Maybe Hincapié won something with the Bayern Leverkusen.
Leverkusen.
He can come in and play very good ball.
Why has he not played? What?
He played. 6 minutes,
He got
90th minute.
a couple of
Yeah, I know,
he got
like,
a couple of
but-
minutes.
But I think he
couldn't
wasn't
start.
start
But, yeah, I
because
think
of
he
the
Still early.
internationals.
And it's still early anyway. It's still early for him. I think if we're going to play against Man City, no, we're still going to start
I
Calafiori.
don't think he'll.
There's
start.
no way he's
Sort of
going to
colour,
feature.
yeah.
Even less. Because now the only issue is Lewis Kelly. Where
Unless
is
now,
Lewis Kelly going to
probably he will play in the EFL.
Yeah, we have
'Cause
Carabao
next week we have EFL.
Yeah, we have
So
Carabao next
definitely-
week.
Yeah.
We might see him, yeah. So our players, I think we have a good squad, deep squad. Maybe that a bit of experience
Yeah.
and that
might
winning
be,
mentality.
especially for the Champions
Yeah.
League, even the league much later in the
Yeah,
league, especially more games, injuries.
If you
the
get enough
pressure as
points,
well.
if you get enough points, you will not have that.
Now that's
issue.
where the pressure
yeah,
comes
if you
in.
get
But
enough
it happens
points.
when the pressure rises.
There's
it
we are
happens.
more yeah.
You need to have some players with
Injuries.
Especially
winning
leaders.
mentality, pedigree,
That's why
high
you
stage,
saw the game against Atletico. We played. Gabriel was captaining instead of Rice. Actually, I was shocked. I was like, Rice is on the pitch, Gabriel is on the pitch, but then Gabriel gets to captain that much. So you see, because you always have that kind of mentality.
For
so
me,
the coach sees that.
For me, I feel sometimes these are captain thing. I always feel when a captain needs to be someone who is aggressive. Aggressive.
Yeah.
For me, that's what I feel.
Van Dijk.
Sometimes somebody who is aggressive, doesn't have to be like aggressive in terms of be on everybody's
Commanding.
faces. It can be somebody, even the way you play in a very aggressive manner. In terms you're trying to show passion, have passion for the game. That's why for me, I'm not a big fan of Bruno being the captain for Manchester. As
But
much
he's the
as-
most passionate.
You'd rather
Man
Maguire.
U.
You know the problem.
You'd rather Maguire?
Not
Because
really.
Maguire
It's
was
not
your
really
captain
the
sometimes.
It's not a question of Maguire or
Who would you
Bruno.
pick in the current team?
In the current team, I think we don't have really good players.
You
that
don't
we
have,
can
yeah, you don't have like
we don't-
leaders.
Captain,
Like,
yeah, leaders.
Well,
like,
we do.
Most likely, for me, I would choose that. I would
Yeah.
At 18.
The reason why I'm saying this is because sometimes you find, if you look at Odegaard, when you give him the captain, sometimes I feel you assign him too much of a role, and I don't feel he is a leader. He's that type of a leader. Maybe somebody who is vocal in the dressing room, somebody who is like who can bring people together.
Yeah,
and say,
even
"No,
on-
we
even
need
in
to
the
go for
pitch."
this. Yes, we need to go for this thing. Huh? There is opportunity for us to win. I feel Gabriel can do that.
Declan Rice.
Can do that.
Yeah.
That's why.
even Raya. I feel
Now,
like Raya.
I have a question
Imagine
for.
But I'm
Odegaard,
not a
because,
fan of having your goalkeeper as your captain.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I feel like at times it's the best because either the keeper or the number like
Right.
trio, because they see the whole
They
pitch.
read the game, yeah.
Like most of the time I see our game, you'll see Van Dijk is the one who's giving orders.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Even the coach is talking to him and be like, "Hey, move there,
this.
hold the line, do this, do this." Like a lot of this, because they have the advantage of they're the back there, so they can see the whole
see
game,
it,
how it's playing in, how it's playing out. Yeah, so I feel like keepers also do, because Buffon was a really
It's good,
was
but
a really good.
I
feel
feel
like
you need
the
someone
problem
who's
is-
more involved in the game.
In the game.
Exactly. The problem is having the keeper as your captain. Most of the time, you'll not be able to get all the instructions to all the players in the pitch.
Yeah.
Because he's not mobile too much in the pitch to be able to move around and say, "Hey, come here for a minute. I need to talk to you. Here's what you need to do. There is something missing here. You're not following the coach's instruction. You should be running inside instead of outside. Focus on that guy has a weakness. I'm seeing a certain weakness on this area. You
That's
can maybe
why
try."
I still think even if you don't like
Bruno,
as the
yeah, I
captain,
feel
he
like
does that job very well.
I'm not saying the reason why maybe I'm not a big
I
fan
know
of him
his
being the
personality.
captain is because sometimes when he does
He moves
something
too
and
much.
doesn't work, sometimes he goes down and he's like he gets this level of frustration is too much. As in sometimes you need to see even when your teammates are not doing the right thing. Sometimes you don't need to be so disappointed. You need to psych them up and tell them,
your
okay,
head
you did wrong. Yes, sure, but let's keep going.
But that's why we should have a team with several leaders, because like Arsenal, they have Rice in the middle of the pitch, Gabriel at the back,
Defender.
so that's good for them.
I
For
think-
us, we have a few. We have Maguire when he's on the pitch, the lead is good. The keeper department, we had some struggles. hapo.
I don't know.
Yeah, you
We
don't.
still
You,
have
I
struggles,
think
so
since
we don't know yet. We
since
don't know yet.
yeah, Van der Sar, you've not had like a
We've not
proper
had a
keeper as a
proper
leader.
commanding keeper.
Yeah.
I feel like when
The only
De
one
Gea,
who
when
does
De
that
Gea
is
was
Heaton.
in Manchester United, that's when you guys are really, really shining.
Even defense, like the Rios, the Vidic, and Fletcher. I don't think you
I
had
feel the current
such
defense you have,
caliber of like.
the current defense you have can improve. Can improve, and I don't have a really huge problem with the defense personally. What I have a problem with is the midfield. For me, as a Manchester fan, that's where I have a problem with. Other than that, I feel the defense can improve if they continue playing together. Sure, it can be better. The only problem I have with defense is just one part, show part. I'm not a big fan of show. Sorry to say this. Because I feel I don't mind him as much, but sometimes I feel he takes too many touches on the ball that are unnecessary. Sometimes a play is open,
I think
but you still see he touches another.
Blame the formation.
It's not a
It's
formation.
not suitable for him.
For me, I've seen Heaven play the same position, and sometimes when he gets the ball, he releases it so quickly, very fast, gets it to the wing back very quickly, and we can get a little bit of progression there. But sometimes for him, he'll take a touch, another touch, try to run with the ball instead of touching the ball. If you're a defense and your job is there is an open pass on there, and you want to run with the ball to get to that pass on, then you're just making a 2-yard pass. Then for me, it doesn't make sense because if you lose the ball there,
it's instructions. Because
Confidence,
we see Euro do the same
Yes,
thing,
but you see,
right?
but you see,
And
when
Shaw
Euro does
is
this,
not a natural carrier. He's a passer, pass and go. Touch and go, touch and go. So that's why he tries the 2-yard pass.
I would
But
say
he
the
was a
opposite.
carrier when on the left, before the 3 at the back, when we were playing with 4 at the back. Because his out ball is good, his final ball is good.
Very good.
And his carrying is not that average. He's good, but not when moving from the first phase to the second phase. But second to the third, he's good.
But I feel for me, there's always something that's. I watched these sometimes when I was watching a certain movie about football. The ball always moves quicker than you. So it's best if it's possible, if somebody is open, pass the ball instead of carrying it. Then pass the ball, move forward. If you want to receive a pass, then move forward. Instead of you're carrying the ball from here to there, and there's already somebody who is open. If you are dribbling past people in the midfield, then that makes sense. You're carrying it. But if you're carrying it from the defense, then to the person you're taking it, they were open. By the time you get there, there is already like 2 other defenders there. And you lost the opportunity to actually be able to, make some good changes or make some good progression there. That's my problem. If you look at maybe you can watch the game and tell me maybe the next time you have this set. I hope you'll see what I'm talking about, because that's an area where I feel like sometimes he's a good player, but I feel he's not the most intelligent player when he's on the ball.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, for me that's what I
He's very
feel.
good on the ball.
That's what I feel. I'm not saying he's not good on the ball, but I feel he's not very intelligent when it comes to like when do I need to release the pass quickly? When do I need now to hold on the ball for a minute? That's what I feel. Because even if you look at the game where we played against Manchester City, the ball he gave to Maguire, that was a very terrible ball. Regardless, it was a Maguire mistake, but that was a very terrible ball in the first place. Because he held the touch, then passed. By the time he's passing to Maguire, Maguire is already pressed. Maguire has to clear it. By where he is clearing it, he's already covered. And we consider goal. So that's key areas that I'm looking at. But other than that, now we are on the captain topic.
Before we go to
I like
that,
how we keep it
Just so deep.
I know.
I think Amorim should try something like when Martinez comes back or Heaven is back in the team, try having them as your LCB and Shaw as your wing back, because his crosses are 100% better than them.
100%. That's when I can.
Even his overlaps are way better.
Way
than
better.
Dogo.
So that's
I think he
something
knows
is
how to
like
trace the ball on the final
final
line.
line.
On the
And
final
also how he
line.
creates spaces, the way he moves to the spaces.
Actually, I
Really
think the
good, actually.
dynamic on the left-hand side with Cunha would work
much better. Yeah, because he's way better at overlapping.
And he's technically secure. Anyway, back to the captaincy thing.
No, you brought me back to something. No, you see, the dilemma here is this. If you give Shaw too much space to run to, automatically his hamstrings are going to come back. so the question comes in, do you now risk him getting a hamstring when you play him as a wing back? Because when you do that, the output automatically is going to be better.
But he'll have a shorter distance to run.
But the problem is this, especially